I honestly wanted to make this video for a while, but a part of me never wanted to truly reveal the man behind the curtain, because at first glance, DayZ appears to be just another survival game, challenging, unforgiving, but ultimately straightforward. But this just isn't true. In fact, beneath the surface, DayZ is a manipulative piece of shit, and if it were a person, your friends would be urging you to leave them because they're so abusive. And here I'm going to reveal exactly what game developers don't want you to know. If you like the video, please leave a like or a subscribe. It really helps me out, you have no idea. But without further ado, let's get into the video. This is my greatest accomplishment. I give you Gotopia. So I'm saving the best till last because the trick is just so interesting. But let's start off with one I'm sure everyone kind of guessed, but with a twist. The slow grind of DayZ is one of its most subtle and powerful tricks, but not for the reason you think. Unlike other games where progression is fast and frequent, DayZ offers you incremental improvements. You might spend hours scavenging for supplies, slowly upgrading your gear, or cautiously moving through the world just to survive another day. But this slow build of progress is deceptive. It convinces you you're always just on the cusp of a breakthrough. Maybe next time you'll find the high value loot you really like, or have an amazing interaction, or maybe after this run you'll be better prepared to survive longer. This gradual accumulation of small wins tricks you into staying engaged, thinking that just a little more time invested will lead to something better. But this concept of intermittent reinforcement is nothing compared to the next thing, because next is one hell of a powerful trigger. As you continue to play, the time you've invested becomes a trap itself. It becomes leverage. This is where DayZ exploits the sunk cost fallacy to its fullest extent. After pouring hours into your character's survival, every piece of gear you found, every narrow escape from danger becomes a part of your story. The longer you play, the harder it becomes to walk away because you've invested so much time into your journey. The very thought of quitting now feels like throwing all of that progress away. This psychological trap keeps you coming back for more, convincing yourself that it would be wasteful to stop now, even if the experience has become frustrating or exhausting. You've spent so many hours in it already, you should probably end on a high note. The issue here becomes a misunderstanding of what progress is. Progress is having a good time with a game you enjoy, and if you've spent hours already without a high note, the potential to spend just as much time without another payoff is also a possibility. But what if I'm wrong, and what if the payoff is just in the next town? And so you continue to grind. I like to call this one the Jackie Chan uncle. One more thing! But that's not even the craziest one. It's quite mild and a lot of games use it, because on top of this, DayZ employs one of the most effective psychological tricks in gaming: the constant threat of loss. We all know in DayZ, death means losing everything: your gear, your progress, your hard-earned survival, and sometimes your mind. This ever-present risk of losing it all creates a powerful sense of tension and fear that permeates every moment of gameplay. The possibility of losing hours or even days of effort with one mistake keeps you on edge, making every decision feel crucial. This fear of loss hooks into your survival instincts, making it incredibly difficult to step away from the game, as you're constantly trying to protect what you've built. And alone, this might not be that big of an issue, but stay with me, because when paired with the next thing, you start to see the picture I'm trying to paint. Because at the same time, DayZ cleverly gives you just enough control to make you feel empowered, despite the chaotic and often brutal world around you. The open world nature of the game, combined with its freeform survival mechanics, provides an illusion of mastery. You can choose where to go, what to scavenge, how to approach encounters with other players or threats. Each small victory, whether securing new food from a yellowing meter or surviving hostile encounters, reinforces this sense of control. However, the game never lets you fully escape its chaos, always pulling you back to its unpredictable world. This delicate balance between feeling empowered and being at the mercy of the game's randomness keeps you striving for mastery, even if you'll never truly achieve it. It's a weird form of negging that keeps you hooked. But that wasn't even the sneakiest one, because you see, one of the things that really keeps you hooked is something the DayZ dev team aren't even in control of. Well, at least not directly. Because in psychological terms, this thing I'm talking about taps into something called variable reinforcement, a concept often used in slot machines. When rewards or punishments are delivered at random intervals, it becomes even more addictive because your brain starts anticipating the next big moment, even though it could be anything from looting a helicopter crash site to being ambushed by a squad of hostile players. This unpredictability triggers the release of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, whenever something exciting or unexpected happens. And that keeps you playing. But here's the kicker. This social dynamic can make even the most mundane moments feel significant. A simple encounter with a stranger can quickly escalate into a heart-pounding chase or evolve into a rare alliance, making every session feel like a fresh adventure. This is something that the game itself evolved to manipulate masterfully, making you believe that your next big story is just around the corner, keeping you glued to the screen for much longer than you planned. Just 5 more minutes. But do you want to know the absolute craziest thing? Statistically, this video right here probably has something in it that could completely change how you play or see DayZ. Or maybe this one will. Feel free to call me a nasty name in the comments. But as always, until next time.